Welcome Minneapolis junior, senior high school fans back to the gym for another night of volleyball here at Minneapolis Junior Senior High School. Dale Leach and soon to be joined by Mike Perry, bringing you senior night action here as the last regular season matches will be done here tonight on the home floor. Minneapolis hosting the Lady Broncos of Russell in this league match. And again, as I mentioned, it is senior night, so we'll have senior night ceremonies before the start, I believe, of the second match. And I don't have all the information with me that I thought I had. My apologies. But the Minneapolis Lions record is 11-12 overall, 3-5 in the league. I had Russell's information written down somewhere, but I don't know what I've done with it. My apologies. Their record is not quite as good as Minneapolis's. The Lady Lions came off for a fairly successful tournament up at Concordia this past weekend, taking fourth.
Between the Russell Broncos and the Minneapolis Lady Lions. We would like to remind all fans to show good sportsmanship and always be positive with your comments for the players, coaches, and officials. And now here are your starting lineups for tonight's first set. First for Russell, a 5'7" senior, number 1, Sammy Weedle.
Sammy Weedle, a senior for the Broncos.
And for your Lady Lions, a 5'10" senior, number 5, Shay Allison.
Shay Allison, a senior for the Lady Lions.
5'9" junior, number 9, Elena Gefeller.
Elena Gefeller, not 5'9" junior. Lindsay Shoup, 5'7" senior.
And for Russell, a 5'7" sophomore, number 10, Jacqueline Schulte.
Jacqueline Schulte, 5'7" sophomore.
And for Minneapolis, a 5'8" senior, number 12, Jadra.
Jadra Laws, another senior for the Lady Lions, 5'8".
And for the Broncos, a 5'8" sophomore, number 13, Whitney Noose.
Number 13, Whitney Noose, 5'8"
And
sophomore.
for Minneapolis, a 5'8" senior, number 16, Nicole Forte.
The last senior, Nicole Forte, 5'8".
And for Russell, a 5'8" junior, number 15, Delaney Popsicle. And for Minneapolis, a 5'7" junior, number 17,
Delaney Popsicle, junior.
And for the Lady Broncos,
Kendra Coleman, a junior.
6' senior, number 23, Kylie Casper.
And Kylie Casper, 6' senior. Another junior, Mackenzie Allison for the Lady Lions.
For Russell, a 5'6" senior, number 27, Caitlin Goldie. And for your Lady Lions, a 5'4" freshman, number 0,
Charisma Veneri.
And coaches for Russell is Don Fenwick.
Tandy Coleman is the Navarro for Russell, 27, unless the numbers are messed up. Head coach for Russell, Don Fenwick. Assistant coach, Danielle Espinoza. Head coach for the Lions, senior coach of the Dean of Coaches of the MHS coaches, Julie McCulloch, assisted by Val Beichman and Jeanette Weedle. As we get ready to get the volleys going here tonight. Lady Lions hosting Russell. In this next to last league contest, they will go to Republic County coming up next Tuesday, I do believe. Yes, next Tuesday will finish out their league docket as they visit Republic County and Belleville. At Southeast, they beat Washington County, they beat Marysville, they lost to Beloit, they beat Smith Center, They lost to Southeast Saline, and then in the third place game lost to Clay Center. So they played all the way through, got into the final games. Starting off to serve, Lindsay Shoup for the Lions. And the Navarro Charisma Venere comes in on the back line. Set it up to the left side here. Kill attempt. Lott to Allison, back to Lott. It's blocked. And it's either in the net or double hit. I don't know which. Point for Russell. They lead 1-0. Back to serve for them is Delaney Poshkopikol. My apologies. Into the wire. Forte gets it over. They set up the center, blocked by Forte, and we double. We can't get it over in 4. 23, Kylie Casper, the 6-foot senior, knocks her down. 2-0 Russell. Pospical serves again. Venere, they set up Lott on the side, and side out to Minneapolis is knocked over the inline. 2-1, Russell. Forte to serve. She gets it over. There's the dig. They set up Casper. She bumps it. Allison sets up Lott, and it's down in the corner. Ties the score at 2. Forte continues with the serve. It's over. Out of bounds. Over the inline. Gives Russell the 3-2 lead. And Kylie Casper will serve for the Broncos, the 6-foot senior. She gets it over, and Forte bumps it backwards over the line. I think it caught her by surprise. She wasn't quite ready. Makes the score 4-2, Russell. There's the serve again. Shoot to Allison. She bumps it over. The kill attempt by number 9, Elenia Gefeller, is into the net. Gives the Lions point, side out. 3 serving 4. Allison with the serve. Gefeller pops it over. Shoot. Allison to Lott, and boom, see ya. For all now. Mackenzie Allison with the serve. It's there. The Navarro gets it. The setter. Casper from the back end. Shoot to McAllison. Lott. And that might have been going out, but Casper knocks it off to the side. Puts the Lions in the lead 5-4. Mackenzie Allison will continue to serve. Navarro, middle setter, sets up Gefeller. And shoots. Attempt to dig that from the back side. Goes off to the side. We can't get to it. Ties it up at 5, side out to the Broncos. 12, Maddie Roth comes in for Sammy Weedle. Roth will serve. 5 all. Forte, Allison sets up Allison. She pops it over to an empty spot, and Gefeller cannot get to it. Side out to the Lions, 6-5. Fuller comes in for Shoot. Lott to serve. It's over. They set up the hitter. Overpass. Gefeller. Lott. They set up Fuller on the left side. She gets it over. The bump. Set up Shea Allison, and it's off the Broncos as she puts the hammer down on it. Lions go up 7-5. Lott to continue serving. Jadra, kind of a tape shot, but it gets over. Oh! An overpass from the middle part of the Bronco court, and it gets over our initial defenders. Falls harmlessly to the court. Side out to Russell. They trail 6-7. Coleman serves. And they get an ace, tying it at 7. Seven all. Forte has set up Shea Allison in the center, and she finds the bare spot on the right side. Side out Minneapolis leading 8-7. Charisma Veneri to serve. And we have a timeout. Russell, as they trail Minneapolis 8-7 here. We'll take a break and hear a word from our sponsors. If I can find them. Thought I had them all set up to go. We'll get
See American Family Insurance agent Scott Osherman for all of your insurance coverage under one roof. The Scott Osherman Agency in Minneapolis, proudly supporting the Lions.
Veneri serves. Casper does an overpass. They rescue it. There gets crossed. Lott, McKenzie, Shea Allison. Tips it over and goes out of bounds without the Lady Broncos touching. Ties the score at 8. Side out Russell. 13 Nuss to serve. Lott digs it. Allison back to Lott. From the backside, it's popped up in the air. They get it down. They bump it from the backside. Back set. Oh. Forte was not in position to put that down. Lady Bronx take the lead 9-8. Nuss continues to serve. And an ace falls to the floor in front of Fuller. Kylie Fuller, the freshman. 10-8 Broncos. Nuss with the serve. Allison to Allison. Fuller tries to give it a kill and knocks it high over the inline. 11 to serve 8, biggest lead by either squad in this game. Nuss with the serve. Gets it over, Fuller to Lott. Set up Allison, she pops it. Allison sets up Forte. And she tries to find a bare spot, but they get her, keep it going. Lott. Allison sets up Fuller. Into the net. 12-8 Russell. And now Minneapolis takes timeout, trailing by 4. We'll be right back after this word from our sponsors.
Eagle Communications, home of ECTV, high-speed internet, 910 KINA, and 99 KG Country, is a proud sponsor of tonight's hometown coverage of Lions sports. Listen to the Lions sports on SalinaPost.com.
Welcome back to the Lions on defense, trailing the Broncos here 8-12 in this opening game of match 1 on senior night. Broncos with their biggest lead of the evening. Nuss with her 5th or 6th serve here. Backline bump gets over. You set up Casper in the center, and Lott can't get to it as the lone defender on the backside. The Broncos go up 5, 13-8. I like that 6-foot presence out there in the center, Mike.
Well, that Russell coach has a complaint there because that ball went over, hit something, and ricocheted on over that. It should have been Russell's point anyway, but it did turn out that way. 6 foot.
Tied out Minneapolis. Fuller with the job there.
She is 6 foot, isn't she?
Every centimeter of it.
She's a Casper. Kylie Casper. There's one end of the net. Looks like we got a little work to do here, Dale.
Yes, we do. It was a pretty even game for a while, and then Nuss just served us into oblivion there.
Allison, that's a lift as the overpass goes into the net. Point Minneapolis. Shea Allison serving for Minneapolis. And we're right there. But it's not coming over.
12 to serve 13. We're climbing back in it.
Another good serve by Shea. A little better pass this time by
blocked by Forte and Allison, and it's tied.
Russell's back.
Your good luck, Mike.
Back row is not passing well since I've been here anyway.
13 all of a sudden. We'll be right back after this word from our sponsors. Your Toro dealer in Minneapolis and Salina is All Seasons Power and Equipment. See Ronnie Robbins and his crew for great pricing and service for both new and used equipment as they back the Minneapolis High School Lions.
The Minneapolis Junior Senior High School Lion backers are proud to continue their long-term support of the broadcast of these Lions games. Join us as we support student activities and the teachers of MJSHS. Go Lions! We're with you all the way.
City Pharmacy in downtown Minneapolis.
We're back in the gym here. Shea Allison serving Minneapolis back into this contest, and Russell gets lined up with the big middle, and Casper hammers one down, and that's exactly what the coach wanted, was for them to get the good setup. And with a 6 foot middle blocker, her attack is pretty decent. And we tip, that gives them a chance to do the same once again. Now they're going to have to attack from the back row, and the shot goes out the back line, out of bounds. Point inside out to Minneapolis.
Shoop in for Fuller. And serves. 14 all.
Ooh, that's a nasty serve.
Wicked tape shot.
If you could do that every time, it'd be fine.
Into the schnoz of the defender.
Shoop with the tape shot. Point Minneapolis. We take the lead, 15-14. I thought for sure they would back set Casper. She's right there in the middle, but the set goes to the outside, and we're there for the stuff kill.
Up by 2, Lions, 16-14.
There's an overpass. Now Minneapolis on the attack. The set, the outside attack by Lott, and what a dig by the libero on the back row for Russell. Casper's right there for that overpass, and she tipped it right off to the side. Point side out, Russell. They've got a freshman or two underclassmen playing here. Casper, the senior, as Dale mentioned, 6 foot tall. There's a set on the outside by Lott. Casper was there for the block. Now Minneapolis resets, and Lott pounds it right into Casper once again, and Allison Kinsey had to go. That should have been a lift. Had to go find that one. Minneapolis back on the attack now. Lott will try it again.
And that goes up over the air conditioning duct and falls harmlessly out of bounds. 16 all. Side out to Russell. 3 great kill attempts, 3 great blocks by Casper.
Pospical is the server for Russell. McNary with a good pass to the front. Lott will try it again. Pounds it right through the block. This time the DS on the back row can't get a pass up and it goes out of bounds, point Minneapolis.
Forte to serve, 17-16.
Cole, one of our more consistent servers. And we'll see if she can put a string of 3 or 4 together here. Out on the outside, she is blocked. And a nice dig by Shea Allison on the back row. Lott once again, left hands this one. The overpass coming over, and we just tip it right back to them, and they set it clear out the back line, point Minneapolis. That overpass, we need to pound that down. Forte still serving. Cole's, nice serve as Whitney Nuss could not down low enough to get that pass up to the front row. Casper playing in the middle there right now. She's still playing front row. And she tipped it. It was going out of bounds, but Nuss did get a hand on it, and it's still point Minneapolis. She would have not touched that.
Minneapolis' biggest lead, 20-16.
Nice serve. It's coming over. And this time Lott finds an empty spot to tip it into. And it drops down to the floor, point Minneapolis. All of a sudden, Minneapolis 21, Russell 16.
Equipment malfunction there for Lott.
Ooh,
wicked. 22-16.
Forte is starting to get dialed in on that serve. That one was a laser right into the corner. They couldn't touch it. Here's another one. Just barely catches the tape, doesn't crawl over. And Nicole did reel off 3 or 4 good ones.
Yes. 17 to serve 22.
Out of the back row, Casper goes. Her serve is over, but compared to the laser we watched, easy to handle. Lott again. This time they can't get to that one. Had 2 blockers in front of her. Weedle was over there along with Pospical. But Jadra Lott found an opening that time. Minneapolis leading 23-17. Back set, and they're just going to bump it on over. Shoup with a nice pass to the front. Now the back set to Shea Allison is blocked
by Nuss or Gefeller.
Yeah, this time they had 2 in front of the hitter, and Gefeller and Nuss was right there handy for the block. 18 serving 23. This is, this is number 12. That is Roth. The outside hit is too far outside as it hit the antenna. The set took Shea Allison out of bounds. And it's point Russell.
19 serving 23.
Shoup with a good pass, and we just tip it on over. McKenzie had to hustle to get there as the pass was not extremely high. And she tipped it on over. We're right here at game point. Service error. There's 2 of them in the last rotation, or this rotation. Gives it right back to Russell, and it is 20 serving 24. The libero Coleman is at the service line. She's a freshman. Nice dig by Forte, and we tip it over. Next point if it goes Minneapolis way, and there it is.
There it is.
25-20. And you mentioned early on, Dale, it was pretty tight.
Yes, it was. First part, it was very tight, and then it swung back and forth, and the Lions finally took advantage. 25-20 final. And we'll get ready for game 2 of match 1 here after this word from our sponsors.
Proud to support the Lions.
100 years, a schooler.
See American Family Insurance agent Scott Osherman for all of your insurance coverage under one roof. The Scott Osherman Agency in Minneapolis, proudly supporting the Lions.
Welcome back for game 2. The Lions came into tonight split 27-27 on games, Mike.
Oh, really?
Yeah, our match record was 11 wins, 12 losses.
Well, the floor referee is checking the alignment.
Had a 4th place finish up at Concordia last Saturday.
And you know, that's not too bad.
No, it's not.
I checked the scores, and they had a really good fast start up there, which carried them throughout the day. They played well, and that's always a tough tournament. We're underway, and the overpass comes over. They cannot get there in time to tip it down, as Pacifical is right there. But late getting to the ball, it drops on their side, Point Minneapolis. And right away, right back to the service line goes Nicole Forte. Now in the middle, Casper. Lott from the outside, and that's tipped by Russell, and it goes out the back line. They cannot get to it. 2-0 Minneapolis. Forte serving. Wow, what a dig by Forte as Casper unloads. Now they're going to get her set in the middle. No, they go to the outside. That goes under the net as Weedle, Sammy Weedle, her attack hits the tape, bounces down on the floor, Point Minneapolis.
3-0.
Forte once again, and I would be interested to know, I would presume she leads the team in aces, as there's one right there.
Well, that'll be a question for Coach tonight.
Another good serve by Forte. She gets dialed in, and there's another one as Weedle tries to pancake out on the back row, as Forte's serve is got some heat behind it. I was watching for rotation, and it's a topspin, which makes it very difficult. And Coleman needs to pound that down instead of just give it right back to him. There, something like that. That ricocheted off the pin as it went over. It's out of bounds, and it's a Point Minneapolis.
6-0 Minneapolis. Forte with 5 points off service here.
Another nice serve. This time the libero is there. We're there for the block on the attack from the outside. Now all we can do is tip it over as the set goes clear to the antenna. Casper, she's got some height to her. As Dale mentioned, she can elevate and hammer it right down to the floor. That one just inside the sideline in pretty good shapes. 1 serving 6. Shoop with a nice pass to the front. Now Lott just sets it on over, and what a save. I should say rescue by Russell. And there's another one as they are able to bump it over in 3. That's blocked by Casper as Lott gets to the net. And a big block by Casper, but it does go out of bounds. Point Minneapolis.
Mackenzie Allison serving.
That block by Minneapolis goes out of bounds as Gefeller has a nice attack at the net. And Casper will go to the back row and serve. 6-foot senior. She does not have a very powerful serve, and she dinks it over. The libero had a little difficulty there, bringing up that attack of Shea Allison. That goes out of bounds, and that's a Point Minneapolis.
8 to serve 2.
Kylie Fuller rotates in for Shoop. Lindsay is playing the back row, and Kylie Fuller will play the front row. And last game, she played rather well when she was in.
Yep.
And it looks like the rotation tonight, and it might have been that way in Concordia, is that Fuller plays the front row and Shoop the back. Shoop very quick on her feet on the back row, can cover a lot of floor back there. And that's what you need for a DS back there, is to be able to cover the floor quick to the ball and pass well to the front. And Lindsay does that quite well.
Minneapolis leading 8-2 here in game 2 of the first match. They took the first game 25-20. Seesaw battle.
Jadra Lott serving for Minneapolis. Patented jump serve, and the libero playing a little bit too far back as Jadra dunks one in the middle. Point Minneapolis. She'll put that one a little deeper as she did there, and she backed up to handle that one. Now the attack in the middle is good.
Jacqueline Schulte. You've heard that name before, Schulte.
Yes, we have, haven't we?
The younger sister, sophomore.
Schulte and Casper, and we've had Casper. She's a very good player. I'm not so sure we didn't have an older Gefeller as well. Shea Allison, that's on the line.
Kick to the dust. Side out Minneapolis. 10 serving 3. Casper Veneri.
McNary to the service line. Nice serve. Now the setup by Russell, all they can do is bump it over. Now in the middle, Forte already set, couldn't come to the ball. Casper hits from the back row. The back set, Shea Allison will put it down. I noticed these referees, Dale, are allowing the ponytail to touch the net here tonight. Last outing, you couldn't even breathe on it. You rippled that net, it was
11 serving 3.
a bad deal. Overpass, Shea's right there, and she does pound it down. It crawls across the net, rolls on the tape, drops down just in time. Inbounds on Russell's side, point Minneapolis. McNary still serving well. They're having a little difficulties getting that first pass up to the setter. Now the attack from the back row goes way long. The setter is just nowhere to be found, and the pass is not good, as the setter has to go all the way across the floor, and the pass needs to be headed towards the setter, not the. There's another terrible pass.
15 to serve 3.
Just cannot move that fast. That pass has got to be closer to the setter. There we go. Just like that. Now the outside attack, and McNary takes one off the shoulder. Shea Allison's able to tip it on over, and the cable comes into play, but Russell has a 4-hit effort, and the ball and point goes right back to Minneapolis side.
16-3.
Much better set that time, and we do get a hand on it as it sizzles right out the back line. Tipped by Minneapolis, point Russell, and side out. Coleman, the libero, will. Excuse me. This, it got a little different. This is Nolte. His number is the libero. I've been calling that Coleman, but it's Nolte. According to Dwayne down there, our program's not correct. That attack goes in the net, point Minneapolis. Now Shea Allison. Nolde, number 7, but she's actually got the libero number 27 on. And that pass goes out of bounds from Russell. Minneapolis in pretty good shape here, 18-4. Casper's pass finds the setter, and all they can do is back set it on over. Forte has a nice attack in the middle, and Maddie Roth, 5'7" junior, takes a swing at it, but it goes out the back line. Point Minneapolis. Shea Allison still serving. There's a good set from the outside, and they set it on over. Lott bumps it up. Now she comes and gets it from the back row, and whoop. That was a nice set play there as they somehow knew Lott was coming from the back row. She just really unleashes a hit there. It's quite a kill as it goes clear out into the hallway. Minneapolis playing pretty good right here, leading 20-4. Russell bumps it on over. And Forte pounds one through the blockers. If Russell's just going to bump it over, we're going to be able to score at will, and that's what's been happening for the last 12 points. They have to get their offense back to where they are setting and putting a kill on it. And the bad thing about it is they don't have an extremely good hitter as Casper's on the back row.
Yeah.
Better pass that time. Now from the outside, a good attack, a good dig by Vigneri. Fuller with an attack, but it's into the tape, not touched. It would have been 4 if we hit it over, and side out point to Russell. This is Whitney Nuss. She's a sophomore. Nice serve. Good topspin on that ball. Makes it head down to the floor, and we doink it out of bounds. Point Russell.
6 to serve 22 here.
Nice dig. Back row. Now Forte again, this time off the shoulder of Maddie Roth. And it's point side out to Minneapolis.
Shoup and Fuller exchange positions here. 23 to serve 6. Shoup doing the serve.
See if Lindsay can serve us out here. Dumps one into the middle. Now the setter has the outside hitter 3 steps behind the 10-foot line. Lott with a big swing from the outside. Now the libero, Nolde, just dinks it over. Minneapolis on the attack. It's an overpass. We just tip it in.
Mackenzie Allison.
Mackenzie found an opening where she just tipped it right in there.
Match point.
There's another overpass. This time Lott right there at the tape. Taps it down. That's the way the second game ends, and the match goes to Minneapolis. 25-6, 25-20. Minneapolis takes the first match and improves our league record, of course. Let's see if we can't get a sweep here tonight, Dale.
Yes, that makes us 4-5 in the league now and 12-12 overall. And need to somehow keep pace in the league. I think Southeast probably got it pretty much wrapped up, but if they fall apart, we could be right there. Well, with that, we're going to take a break and let the junior varsities come in. I don't think they're quite ready from the grade school, so it'll be a little while.
That was a quick one.
Yes, it was, especially that second game. But,
well, Dale, the football team, I was in Oklahoma and heard the score is 18-18 as friends of ours were driving through Salina, caught some of the radio and texted Lindsay, of course. It sounded like a good game.
It was a very competitive, neither squad very strong. Our lack of defense just against the run continues to kill us. Our passing offense is getting better. But when you have fullbacks, for the other team scoring touchdowns, 72 yards run and a 78-yard run up the center, Katie bar the door.
Yeah, we do miss those 3 slugs. You know.
Once those guys were through the line, there was nobody to stop them, and away they went.
We had guys to plug them up last time that come to meet you. I don't take anything from our guys. When you're 210 pounds and run fast, it's a lot easier to hit that guy that's 170.
And our go-to running back is not 100%, and so they're having to depend on some younger guys, and they need to step up anyway. But
Sure.
Our passing is getting better. Had Trayvon Thomas had a real good game, and we were without the services of Mikey Baker. He continues to struggle with a hamstring injury, not a hamstring, a Achilles injury of some type. It's not a torn Achilles, but it's not 100% by any means. And one player was off the squad, so that would have been a receiver. So they're having to pick some different things up and try to patch things up and get them going. And the Beloit Trojans come to town this Friday night, so hopefully we can maybe get.
It's always interesting.
Get our linebackers from last year suited up and see what we can do to stop the running game against Beloit this Friday night.
Well, I'm going to take a quick break, and we'll be back. JV still hasn't got here yet, so
it'll be a little while yet.
We'll suit the varsity up again here later on. We'll be back with the second match of the evening. This is SalinaPost.com, Eagle Communication Channel 20. Dale Leach and Mike Perry will be back after a few words from our sponsors and some music for you to listen to. We'll catch you match number 2. Up the seniors, and this night's no different than the others. Going to lose a pretty good outside hitter, pretty good setter, and middle blocker, and another middle. The seniors this year are Shay Allison, Nicole Forte, Jade Ralott, and Lindsay Shoup. So we lose a lot of leadership out there this year as these 4 girls graduate.
Faculty, staff, and administration of Minneapolis High School would like to take this opportunity to recognize the senior line participants in volleyball for their commitment and spirit throughout their careers at MHS. Shaylee Allison.
Shay Allison.
Shay is the daughter of Dina Allison. She has played volleyball for all 4 years, lettering in 3. Next fall, Shay is undecided on her school but plans to study psychology. Shay Allison. Nicole Forte. Nicole is the daughter of Brenda and Steve Forte. She has participated all 4 years, lettering in 3. Nicole plans to attend Kansas State University and major in athletic training and tree chiropractic. Nicole Forte. Jade Ralott.
Jade Ralott, a senior as well. And all 4 of these girls play really good basketball. We always look forward to and anticipate another good year of basketball, these 4 girls on the floor. Not taking anything away from their volleyball skills, because our upside is still yet to be determined this year as far as the volleyball team. This team could go a long ways. They're hard to beat when they're playing well. Real hard to beat.
Lindsay Shoup.
Lindsay Shoup. Ladies, thanks for remaining memories and good luck.
Congratulations to these 4 senior leaders, Shaylin Allison, Nicole Forte, Jade Ralott, and Lindsay Shoup, and their parents. With that, we'll bring this to a pause as they warm up and get ready for match 2 tonight against the Lady Broncos of Russell. Welcome back for match 2 of the varsity competition. Minneapolis Lions hosting the Lady Broncos of Russell. Introduction time and national anthem.
Your Minneapolis Lady Lions. We would like to remind our fans to show good sportsmanship and always be positive with your comments towards players, coaches, and officials. Now would everyone please stand and remove your hats as we hear our national anthem.
Well, Mike, the girls won the first match by a score of 25-20, 25-6.
Well, Dale, I kind of look forward to more of the same. And now the introductions for this second match. That's Sammy Weedle, 5'7" senior. And for Minneapolis, number 5, she plays in the middle. That's Shay Allison. For the Lady Broncos, number 9, that'll be Elenia Gefeller, 5'9" junior. And for Minneapolis, Lindsay Shoup. For Russell, number 10, Jacqueline Schulte. She's just a sophomore, and she'll play the outside hitter. For Minneapolis, one of the senior leaders here tonight, Jadra Lott. And she will hit from the outside. She'll hit anywhere on the floor, actually. For Minneapolis, or for Russell, Whitney Nuss, 5'8" sophomore. And middle blocker and middle attacker, Nicole Forte for Minneapolis. For Russell, Delaney Hospital, 5'8" junior, and she plays the other outside hitter. For Minneapolis that's Coleman. She'll play in the middle on the front row. And for Russell, as Dale mentioned, quite a hitter. For Minneapolis, the primary setter is Mackenzie Allison. Casper got caught on the back row. Excuse me, we're going to do the liberos as well. There's Caitlin Nolde, 5'6" senior. Evers number 7. She's number 27 in the shirt, though. And for Minneapolis, the libero is number 24, Charisma Vigneri, 5'4" freshman.
Mike, as I mentioned, the first match here, Minneapolis won 25-20 and 25-6. A little similarity to a match won out in Russell at the tournament out there. Minneapolis won that 25-21 and 25-11.
Real similar.
Both times the Lady Broncs kind of fell apart in the second game of the match.
Well, it's a momentum thing. If a coach could ever figure out how to get the momentum back in a snap of a finger, he'd be a pretty good coach, pretty smart coach. It's hard to get it back when you lose that momentum and the other team is rolling along. And Minneapolis was doing that in the second game of the first match, as we found Miss Casper on the back row, and Russell without any front line attacker. They just don't have another hitter like Casper, and while she's on the back row, Minneapolis made hay and closed out the game and the match with her on the back row.
Their defense, too. I mean, when she was on the front row, she's knocking them back.
Very good blocker in the middle, even better attacker.
Lindsay Shoup, the senior, to serve.
Minneapolis to serve first here. Like Russell took the other side of the court. Shoup's serve over in good shape. Libero puts it in play. Now Casper, it's out the back. Over the line, out of bounds, as Casper has a pretty good swing at that in the middle. 1-0 Minneapolis. Sure, Casper will get another attempt right there, and it's blocked in the middle. It rolls across the tape and drops out of bounds. It's point Russell as Minneapolis last to touch it. Caitlin Nolde, 5'6" senior. Pretty decent serve. Shay Allison right there for the pass to the front. Here comes Lott, and it's a winner right on the line as it passed by, kicked up some of the chalk on the line, and it's a point and side out to Minneapolis. Now Nicole Forte. Devastating serving tonight. She's had probably 4 or 5 aces, and there's another one right there as her serve clears the tape and heads down to the floor, and it's difficult to go get. 3-1 Minneapolis. That one's a little long. Can't pull carry through on that one, and Serve goes out the back line. Point side out to Russell. Now Casper to the back row. Doesn't have a devastating serve. And Jadra Lott pounds one through the block. The blockers were there, but it goes out of bounds. Now Allison serving, and that's long as well. 2 service errors in a row. Point to Russell. And the rotation, Maddie Roth comes in to serve, as looked like Sammy Weedle headed to the bench. Forte with a nice attack from the back row. There's a set for Lott. She pounds one through the block. They cannot pull it out of the net. Point Minneapolis. Jadra with a nice serve. Now Casper from the back row. And Mackenzie Allison
caught him napping again like she did in the first match.
Sets it right over into the middle. There's no one there. Point Minneapolis. Jadra jump serve. Now the libero just bumps it over in 3. Minneapolis on the attack here. Shea Allison with a big swing with her there to block. Now the other side, Shoup tips it over there. It's off the beam and down to the floor. Point Minneapolis. Lindsay Shoup with the coverage on that side.
And with the timeout, Minneapolis leads 7-3. We'll take a break and hear a word from our sponsors.
See American Family Insurance agent Scott Osherman for all of your insurance coverage under one roof. The Scott Osherman Agency in Minneapolis, proudly supporting the Lions.
Eagle Communications, home of ECTV, high-speed internet, 910 KINA, and 99 KG Country, is a proud sponsor of tonight's hometown coverage of Lions sports. Listen to the Lions sports on SalinaPost.com.
Jadra Lott continues to serve. The Lions are up 7-3.
Jadra Lott still serving for Minneapolis, dinks one in, and they're there with a nice pass to the front. Now their attack goes long as Gefeller has a pretty good swing in the middle, but it goes out the back line. Point Minneapolis. Jadra, one in. It's got that top spin. It's going down the floor.
It's a long way for that 6-foot frame to reach down and dig one of those out.
Yes, it is. Just as soon as he moves that back row up, she's going to put one to the back row, and she does. That attack, kill attempt, goes out the back line as well. Point Minneapolis. Jadra is on a roll now. They dig that one up, pancake out and get that one. Now the back set. Shea off the air duct and down as Maddie Roth got under it. Her pass goes astray. 11-3. Lott still serving, and well at that. Casper back sets it on over. Now the back set to Shea Allison. Hits down on the tape and then drops in between the front row and the back row. Russell could not get there. And Minneapolis rolling right along here. Big serve there, and they just set it on over. Coleman over to Shoup, and it goes right down the tape. They're there. Now Lott on the back row. Shoup again, pounds one through the block. Nolde with a big attack, the libero. Now they've got a shot at it in the middle, and Gefeller's attack goes long once again. It's an overpass. Coleman right there to tip, and so is Roth. But Russell controls. Now Minneapolis on the offensive as Shoup has an attack at the net. And we've got a pretty good setup right here as Shea Allison has to bump it over in 3. And they send one to the back row.
Well, it ends quite a run of serves there for Jade Roulotte. It's 13-4 Minneapolis.
Whitney Nuss with the winner falls in the back row, and she'll head to the service line. Nice serve and a nice pass by Lott. Now the outside shoot is stopped over there by Jacqueline Schulte on a nice block over there. And as Dale mentioned, Gefeller was there also. Took 2 of them to withstand that blast. Now Shea in the middle, and what a dig by Nuss. Setter is not there. A secondary setter should have been there and was not. Gefeller was not able to get there. Now McNary in to serve for Minneapolis. As Coleman has played the front row, and McNary will play the back row for her.
15 to serve 5. Yep. In the net is Russell.
And that almost could have gone either way. It looked like they met right there at the net. Russell player in the net a little bit more than Minneapolis. Forte right there for the stuff. Now they boink it to the back row. It drops right in the corner.
6 to serve 16. Pospisil. I wonder what nationality that is.
I don't know. Gefeller at the service line now for Russell. 6 serving 16. Lott with a nice pass to the front. Now the back set, Shea Allison, and it's out. Sliced one down the sideline. It drops out of bounds. It's point Russell. McNary. Now Lott from the back row has a nice attack there, and they just set it on over as Casper's on the front row now. Let's see if they take advantage of her being there. Nolde leans back a little bit too far, lost her balance, could not put a swing on the ball, and it drops in the back court. It's point Minneapolis as Shea Allison serves for Minneapolis. Setter there this time, and that one drops in as Pospisil gets one in there.
8 to serve 17.
And what's confusing to me, Dale, and you mentioned this in our timeout, that Casper's just not seeing too many attempts up there, that she's not getting set at all. And she's the main thing there. 18
they
to 8
were
Minneapolis.
much more effective in the first game of the first match when she was doing that.
Yes, absolutely. Now from the back row, it's a good attack. The pass goes in the net, but Forte is able to dig it out of there, and Allison just sets it on over. There you go.
Casper with the kill.
Casper with a big swing. And the coach just saved them a penalty point right there because they were out of rotation. And as the libero came in, Casper thought she should be serving.
I wonder what her look of anguish was about there. We'll be back after this word from our sponsors.
Your Toro dealer in Minneapolis and Salina is All Seasons Power and Equipment. See Ronnie Robbins and his crew for great pricing and service for both new and used equipment as they back the Minneapolis High School Lions.
The Minneapolis Junior Senior High School Lionbackers are proud to continue their long-term support of the broadcast of these Lions games. Join us as we support student activities and the teachers of MJSHS. Go Lions! We're with
9 serving 18. Russell trailing here as Minneapolis playing well up until the last couple of points. We've had an overpass or two, and Russell able to gain some footing here and they're going to try and get back in this thing. Momentum swing, not yet. Minneapolis still in control of this game. Lott just tips it on over. Now Casper, not a big swing there as well. There's one though.
See ya.
Deidre Lott gets set about 6 foot away from that net, and she can't elevate. That one went down, and it was in for point Minneapolis. Now
19 to serve 10.
Forte serving, and she could, with a little luck, not much luck, she is a good server. She could serve us out right here. Now Lott again is stuffed over there, and it's a stuff kill for Sammy Weedle. That's a big block over there. You're over there by yourself at secondary setter. Puts it down, and it drops on our side, point Russell.
As you mentioned, she has no serve. This
she's got a heck of a swing and a kill up front, even attacking from behind the 10-foot line, but she lacks a little bit of velocity on that serve, and that one limp-wristed into the net. There's a pretty good attack there by Nuss. Now Lott is stuffed over there by DeFeller, and we set it to the back. It's out of bounds on the sideline, though. And it is a point Bronquettes.
And I assume with Miss Casper, despite her height, since she can't serve, I imagine she won't be playing college volleyball.
Yeah, setters are 6 foot. She's going to have to learn how to set if she's going to play college volleyball. In this day and age, you don't see 5'7" setters. Oh, there's a nice attack. Forte from the back row. Pounds it through the block of Gefeller.
21 to serve 12.
Minneapolis back in business here as Lott heads to the service line. As Dale mentioned earlier, she had quite a string from the service line. And there she's on the back row with a nice pass to the front. Shoot with the tip. And Russell there to cover. Let's see if we can get an attack going here. Coleman tips it over. And they just back set it on over. Now, how about a big swing? Nope. Not a good setup yet, and then the setter runs into the outside hitter as Schulte and Gefeller collide over there. Point Minneapolis.
22 serving 12.
That's in. That actually was Casper's ball, and she relied on the libero to go get it, Nolde. That one's Nolde's off the beam and back. She hit it twice. Point Minneapolis, and this is game point right here as Lott has a chance to finish this one out. Holds back on that serve a little bit. Now, oh, she fists it way over and out of bounds. Point Minneapolis, and that's the way the first game of this second match ends. Minneapolis 25, Russell 12. We'll be back with the second game of this match here shortly. This is SlinePost.com, Eagle Communication, Channel 20.
Sorry?
Just curious what she thought the seedings might be in the regional.
We'll find out.
Update.
I imagine we'll be middle or upper part of the bottom half. TMP, Beloit in there.
Who's the top dog out there then?
I think TMP. Into the net, start match 2. Puts Lady Lions up 1-0.
Schulte's first serve here in the second game of this second match in the net. Service error. And Nicole Forte right back to the service line. Hits a rocket. which Russell is able to handle, and we back set it on over as we recover from the attack. Casper with a big swing, finally gets one to go down. I don't know that we hit that. As it hit the tape, rolled across, I think it would have been out of bounds Russell, but we go get it and try to rescue it anyway. It drops on our side, point Russell. Nolde. Now Lott with a nice attack. Pass comes back over, now Nuss slaps it over. And
Mackenzie Allison ended up under the net, over the line.
Way too far under to let that one go. Point Russell. Nolde, the libero. That's out.
Ties the score at 2.
Maybe Robbins is going to have to make a play on that over there. Tape shot goes over, and they dig it out of the net. Ooh. It was a heck of a save. The back set was going over, and guess who was there to hammer down that overpass? Jador Lott. There was no one there to even attempt to get that one point. And the kill is from Minneapolis there. Casper returns the favor as she set in the middle, just about right. She pounds one down into the corner.
Well, this ought to be a point, Mike, for Minneapolis if pass indicates anything. Nope. Should have kept my mouth shut.
Yeah, Nicole didn't have the hands quite right on that one as that pass went right across the chin of Lindsay Shoup. Back set Lott with a big hit, and it comes down on our side. And that's a point, Russell.
And they're up 5-3.
At least we got Casper off the front row.
Mm-hmm.
Which she served last time, and that one's dropping in as Jador Lott points one in. Side out, Minneapolis. 4 serving 5. Jador Lott. Nice pass from back row, and Coleman right there for the stuff as the ball was coming over on the overpass. Then it was tipped by a Russell defender, now out of bounds the back line. Point Minneapolis.
Official timeout. Something on the lineups.
She's looking at the Russell side of the court, and
everything's A-okay, I guess. Reserve, 5-all, Lott.
back underway. She's happy with the alignment. I think she just had to convince herself she was right, and she was, as Nuss with a great save over there, but couldn't get out of the way as the ball was coming down on the other side of her. Her setter could not get to it. Minneapolis now with the lead, 6-5. That pass from the back row heads to the scorer's desk, and the setter, primary setter Schulte, could not get there. 7-5. There's a nice serve. Nice dig on the back row by Nolde. Now the back set to Shea Allison. She has a nice swing, and they're there to block. We got it covered, though, and they tip it on over on their attack. Coleman mishit. And it goes in the net.
6 to serve 7.
Shea Allison hustles to the net, fists it over, and it goes out of bounds. Russell now with the lead now.
No, it's tied.
Oh, excuse me. I was looking for it to change to an 8, but it does not. We're all knotted up at 7, as Dale mentioned. Now Shoup with a good attack. It's blocked. Try another one, and this time they're there to cover. Nuss. She's got a pretty good strike, but that one went out of bounds down the line. It will be a point side out to Minneapolis. 8-7, Big Blue. Service error. And we're back tied up after that service error point, and side out to Russell. Nuss hits it right in front of our back row, and it dives in for a point. Nuss eyeing that service line once more. Nice serve. Our attack from the outside this time goes out the back line.
A little strong. Now we're down 10-8.
Nuss serving well for the Lady Broncos. McNary with a good pass to the front. Forte's attack goes in the net. And it's time for a timeout, as all of a sudden Russell has a 3-point lead. We'll be back after this 1-minute timeout.
Your senior high school Lionbackers are proud to continue their long-term support of the broadcast of these Lions games. Join us as we support student activities and the teachers of MJSHS. Go Lions! We're with you all the way.
City Pharmacy in downtown Minneapolis is proud to support the Lions of Minneapolis High School. Come visit Joe and Amber Wool for your pharmaceutical and home health equipment needs, along with gifts and greeting cards. While you're here, be sure to pick up some free vitamins for all your young Lions. We promote healthy kids and families.
Right back at it here in the Lions Den. We have volleyball action going on tonight. Terrible pass from the back row, goes clear out of bounds. Nuss still serving for Russell. Minneapolis finds themselves behind by 4 here. Russell has taken control of this.
Up 5 now.
This game. I think Coach McCulloch's probably getting a little nervous. The bottle of water comes out. We set it on over, don't get a really good attack. And that pass dives in front of our back row, and another point to Russell. There's a decent pass. Not a good attack. And I think we just lost our medal as Forte rolled an ankle, I believe. That was a scary moment. I hope it was just a slight tweak of the ankle. Wow, nice block. It goes clear of the back row. There's another block. And there we go. As finally Mackenzie Allison breaks his service by setting it clear to the back corner. Russell cannot get to it. And it's point Minneapolis. I'm not so sure Forte is 100%. I think that ankle might have tweaked a little bit. Now Russell on the attack. Bumps it over. Forte pounds one through. I think she's okay. Seems to be the ankle. I hope. Now Russell on the defensive, and Casper's on the back row, and we've seen this action before. As long as we keep the ball, there's a lift. Don't let up now, but I bet the Russell coach will have a timeout right after this point right here. It's in. It did look like it was on the line, and coach does call the timeout as Minneapolis making a run out of them here. Now just down 2 with Shea Allison at the service line. We'll be back after this 1-minute timeout. This is SalinaPost.com, Eagle Communication, Channel 20.
The Lions of Minneapolis High School are supported by the Davidson Agency of Delphus, Minneapolis, and Bennington. They have provided hometown service for the insurance needs of their customers for over 30 years for home, auto, small business, farm and crop, life and health coverage. Call them today.
Well, we've got ourselves back into this, Dale. It wasn't looking good for a while. Now Shea Allison still at service line. We'll see if we can't put a couple more down the hatch here and get this thing tied up. Allison sets Forte. She's blocked. Now McKenzie tries setting it back there again. And the pass to the front cannot find the setter. And Minneapolis scores the point. Allison ready to serve right away. McKenzie with a good set. Nicole sets it into the middle. Nolde, now Casper from the back row, sets it over. And Lindsay Shoup with the cross-court winner. As Shoup's attack at the net goes right across and in for a point.
15 all.
Another good serve by Shea Allison. And a good dig by Vigneri. Almost lift by Forte.
And the Lions take the lead, 16-15.
Casper with a nice pass. Now Nolde's going to have to set it over from the back row. Shoup with another winner, and there's no one there. And Russell coach still trying to slow down Minneapolis. Shea Allison still at the service line, and we're rolling right along now, Dale.
We are up 17-15. We'll be right back.
For 100 years, a Schooler Company has been the expert in marketing your agricultural products. Call and find out how Schooler can help you manage risk and maximize rewards. And go Lions.
See American Family Insurance agent Scott Osherman for all of your insurance coverage under one roof. The Scott Osherman Agency in Minneapolis, proudly supporting the Lions.
Come the mighty Lions up to 17-15. See if we can finish this game out and win the match.
Shea Allison still at that service line. It's a nice run for her. She does serve well, and Schulte leans back, try and kick one to the back row. It goes in the net. Another point, Minneapolis. Casper's pass this time right on the money. And Gefeller can't find the other side of the court either. Her attack goes in the net. Pretty decent set. And that's in. Hospital sends one down the sideline. It's in, and Gefeller goes to the service line for Russell.
16 serving 19
Not
into the
make
net.
it over. Service error. Now Shoup to the service line. Deep serve is taken. Casper's on the front row. We'll see if they can't get something going with her there. She takes that pass now. She's set in the middle, and it's not going over. Her attack hits the tape. We didn't touch it, and it drops on their side point, Minneapolis.
21-16.
The feller with a nice dig. Now she comes to the attack from behind the 10-foot line and goes right in the net. They've kind of imploded, Dale. I mean, they just all of a sudden they're not playing well, or either that or Minneapolis is finally playing better. Vigneri with the rescue.
Oh, they should let that go.
They take it anyway, as Dale mentioned. Our overpass goes over, but Hospital did this earlier. She's not quick enough to the net to jam it down, and it goes on Russell side point, Minneapolis. Now from the back row, that's a nice swing by Gefeller. An even better one right there by Locke.
Woo! Match point, 24-16. We were down, what, 16-10, something like that, 15-10?
Yeah. I think we better check the air pressure on that ball after that last swing, and it's a good way to end this thing. If
oh my!
Run it over the top of the net.
Mackenzie Allison dinks that up with nobody looking.
I'm glad it had top spin on it because it rolled right up the net and right over the tape, drops on their side point and match to Minneapolis. 25-16 is the score. Minneapolis takes two here tonight from Russell. A little excitement there as Russell got out to a 7-8 point lead at one time. Minneapolis fought back, and it just seemed like we were able to, once we got the momentum and we stayed at the service line, just kept on rolling. I noticed your mic's not.
Well, oh, there we go.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah, okay, so the Lions take both matches, winning the first match 25-20, 25-6. The second match 25-12, 25-16. They increased their overall record now to 13-12. And they tie, they're in league 5 wins, 5 losses. And they are up now 31-27 in games overall. So a good night of volleyball here on senior night for the Lady Lions, who go to Russell next Tuesday. Next Tuesday for the last NCAA contest.
We don't have another home? Why was I thinking Republic County was here?
No. Then after that's the always tough Hillsboro Invitational. And close out with the Bennington Quad prior to Sub-State, which is at Norton this year.
Just a little.
I had that all written down and I left it at home. Russell, Minneapolis, Beloit, Norton, TMP,
Hoisington,
Phillipsburg, probably.
Yep.
So there will be quite a tussle up there as usual, and I think Beloit and, if I'm not mistaken, TMP are in the top 10 in 3A out of that group.
Did you say TMP and?
TMP and Beloit, I think, are in the top 10, or at least Beloit was. I don't know if they still are after the tournament last week or not. Okay, they are the only team in the league that has dropped Southeast of Saline one time. So
Beloit or TMP?
Beloit. And Minneapolis split with them up at Beloit, but then we lost in the tournament at Concordia by a score of
We have taken a game or two from Southeast, but not a match. So we can get it done, and as I mentioned earlier, this team's hard to beat when they're playing well, and if everything comes together at the right time, we could make some noise. As I mentioned, I think the upside of these girls in this team is quite high just now, as they are playing quite well together here tonight. Russell, not too strong a team, but even at that, we put them away.
4 seniors down there hamming it up for senior night picks. We are going to have a interview with Coach Julie McCulloch, again the Dean of MHS Coaches, coming up here in a little bit. So hang right with us.
Here she comes.
We'll close this out with an interview. Why don't you give her those, just in case this goes out again.
The girls played well. And I'm curious, we played so well early on in the year, and we took a couple games from Beloit here and there, and we split with Beloit actually.
Right.
Took a couple games from Southeast. So when we get to the sub-state, we're going to get a team just like that. How do you get these girls past that hurdle?
Well, for one thing, I've told these girls we have never, in my history of coaching at Minneapolis, had the schedule that we've had this year. The competition level has been incredible and incredibly consistent. And I think that's going to do a great thing for us in preparing us for whatever we have ahead. Every team we've played of that caliber, we've either beaten or, like you said, taken a set from. I think that they know we're capable of taking care of anybody.
Well, I know what the Concordia tournament's like, and I know what the Hillsborough tournament's like. Hillsborough's in the future there, but Concordia, it comes down to the end, and there you are up against Southeast, and that's why I just was curious. You'll meet a team like that in the regional, and you'll have to get by it.
Right. Yeah, the Concordia tournament, that's a great illustration of our season. We had 6 matches in one day. 5 were against state-ranked teams. Never had that happen before. Just
awesome.
Wonderful competition. And with Southeast, we met them in the semifinals. We dug a hole in the first set, but showed that we had the ability to dig out of a hole, just like we did there against Russell in the second set. In the second set against Southeast, we played them point for point to about 20 points, and then they left us. But we showed that we have that ability. We just have to figure out how to keep that mentality consistent. We can't dig holes, and we've always got to believe what we're capable of. These girls are capable of a lot.
Yeah, I don't want you to give me all your coaching secrets, but sometimes that momentum, it's hard to get it back. What's your secret in getting it back to your side of the net?
Well, first of all, I put it a lot on the seniors. I mean, they're the ones that have to do what it takes. They have to lead the mentality on the floor. They have to figure things out themselves. But we certainly have go-to girls that are a little more confident at certain times than others that we give the ball to. And you can see who's confident at times. We have our hot hands on the ball, and we get them the ball. We generally pass very well. So as long as we get that ball up in the air, things are good.
I've seen improvement last 30 days. Your passing's improved for one thing. Your service errors have been a lot less. You've limited those, which really keeps you in the game. But and where do you see you still need improvement with this group? You've got some athletes out there, and I keep telling Dale, I said, the upside of this team is more than what we really realize, because we've got a strong team here.
We do.
If they just all come together at the right time and the stars align, we're going to be hard. When we're playing well, we're hard to beat.
Absolutely. We are. We have
So where do we need to improve?
Absolutely, the number one area we need to improve is we need to have more firepower all across the net. We need to have more hot hitters at times so that the defenses can't always zero in on who we're giving the ball to the most. So we need to, and really it's a confidence thing because we have girls that can hit the ball and they tighten up sometimes and they're solid players, they're athletic girls, they can hit the ball. As soon as they get that in their heads, we're going to have an incredible group at the net.
My pet peeve, and I probably bag on the girls too much, but when the overpass comes over, sometimes we tip it right back to them. I go, just go ahead and hammer it down. And
right.
And Dale hears me squeal up here at times, but the regional, what do you think? Can you speculate, rub the crystal ball, where are we going to be seated?
Right now,
I know there's probably 2 teams we have to beat, but we're only going to have to beat one of them.
True. We're right in the middle of the pack right now. If we went out and played tomorrow, we'd be in either the 4th or 5th position. So it's hard to say who we're going to end up with. We know everybody in there. We're experienced with most of the teams that are in there. We have 4 teams from our own league. We've already seen Hoisington at the Russell tournament. And the one team that is the most unfamiliar to me is right now the team that would be seeded number 1, and that's TMP. So I have my scouts out, though. We're learning, and that could be the team that we see ourselves up against. We just plan to make it to that final match and give it our best shot.
Well, my mic's gone out.
Okay.
So if you can hear me?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. You know, that's going to be the team to beat, and I think you can get into that championship game.
Mm-hmm.
The girls, I know every team you've ever had play well together when they're smiling, having fun, and that's a momentum thing.
Absolutely.
And it's hard to keep it sometimes,
Yep.
especially in those real tight matches.
Yep.
But if it comes to your side of the net, I like your chances.
I do too. I agree.
I just think we have so much upside this year.
I agree. A lot of good girls.
Well, I don't have. See you
All
in
right.
30 minutes. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
And good luck the rest of the way.
Thank you very much.
Hillsborough will set the stage for you.
Yep.
Guys will be ready to
It's a
roll
great
on
tournament.
that.
Yep. I agree. Thank you. Thanks, Dale. Dang, that would make you sweat.
Yeah.
I mean, especially when you take it off.
I was not kidding you about either one of our headsets. I was up there trying this out. Head coach Julie McCulloch, and we haven't had her up here for a couple of years for an interview. If you want to talk volleyball, she knows what it is, and she's done a wonderful job with this program here in Minneapolis, that's for sure. She's had state qualifying teams, sub-state winners. She's had teams win sub-state right here on this floor and go to state. So we've seen a lot of exciting volleyball over the last 15, 16 years here that I've been associated with taping. And Minneapolis now, or Julie McCulloch's record now at Minneapolis, 486 wins behind her and just 302 losses. So 65, 70% winning percentage, and that's tough to maintain through the years with different kids that run through. Having said that, Dale's mic might be out of whack, but give it a shot, Dale. Nope, he's dead. Thanks for having us in your home, and Dale will have the football game along with Scott up there as Beloit comes to town. But glad you were able to watch Lady Lions volleyball. This is SalinaPost.com, Eagle Communications, signing off for Dale Leach and Mike Perry. Have a wonderful day.